your cameras, okay, your devices, your home, wherever you live at, wherever you stay at. Pretty soon it's gonna come. He's gonna implement that chip so he can have total control of every living being on the face of this planet. Go ahead.
Right. Verse 4. With thy wisdom and with thy understanding, thou hast gotten thee riches.
That's right. And it's gotten the so-called white man rich. All right. That's why he's all puffed up. That's why you got this so-called white man right now still trying to promote himself, man.
Hanging out the window.
At the end of the day, he's not doing nothing but trying to get some type of publicity for himself, man.
Clout.
Because he's a so-called white man. He feels like he's entitled to that, man. Okay. And he's gotten rich off the backs of the so-called black man, Native American, and Latino, man.
That's right out there.
Okay, pertaining to these ideas, pertaining to his wisdom, the wisdom of the so-called white man. It was his wisdom that put us through the spirit of YAHAWASH, it was his wisdom that put us in captivity. It was his wisdom that made us build made us build America. Okay, go ahead.
And has gotten gold and silver into thy treasures.
That's right. And he's gotten gold and silver into his treasures, man. Okay? Go ahead.
By thy great wisdom and by thy traffic hast thou increased thy riches. And thine heart is lifted up because of thy riches.
That's right. Thy heart is lifted up. Again, that so-called white man living in that penthouse right there. On the third level. So you know he ain't elite. Or else he'd be all the way at the top.
Right.
But he's still lifted up within himself. You know what I'm saying? That's why he came out here. And the first thing he said, I live right there across the street in that apartment. All right, trying to let everybody know where he's from, how much clout he got around here.
Yeah, he said we couldn't afford it.
Go ahead.
Little does you know, them elites gonna kill his ass just the same like 2/3 of our people, man.
I won't go into that. Go ahead.
Verse 6. Therefore thus saith the Lord power, because thou hast set thine heart as the heart of the Most High, behold, therefore I will bring strangers upon thee, the terrible of the nations.
That's right, the terrible of the nations is coming upon his ass, man. All right, you can see that. Look what's going on. Look what happened in Orlando. Even though it was set up, more than likely. All right, but that's letting you know that YAHAWASH is working. All right, it's causing these splinter cells, man, to come out there and kill 51 people. And main kill 50 people and main 53, man. Okay, on top of what's going on in the Middle East, all right. Even though these sleeper cells and the CIA is setting all this up, you still got real people that actually believe in this shit. I'm talking about as far as ISIS, Islam, and all that are finna come into America and tear this place down. Go ahead.
And they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom.
That's right.
And they shall defile thy brightness.
That's right. They drawing their swords against the wisdom, and they defile the brightness. All right. Everybody on the face of the planet is calling bullshit when it comes to the so-called white man, man. When it comes to his knowledge, his philosophies, his doctrines, and his decrees, man. Okay. All right. The earth ain't billions of years old, man. All right.
Come, brother.
All right, everything that the so-called white man says is what's up is not what's up, man. And everybody's bringing that out through mostly through the internet, man. The unicorn, all right.
No.
This is Job chapter 18, verse 2. How long will it be or you make an end of words?
That's right. How long will it be that you make an error to words, man? What words is he making an error to? So that white man on the street was just making errors to the words of YAHAWASH, man. How long will you make error to the words of the Heavenly Father, man? All right. What was he out here saying? There is no God. All right. If God exists, please have him strike me dead tonight. All right, he was trying to get everybody on the street to think that the word of YAHAWASH was void, man. How long will you continue to err? That's a rhetorical question, man, because he's going to do it till the end. All right, go ahead.
Mark, and afterwards we will speak.
Right. When you look that word in the scripture, mark up, it means to think about. All right, to be circumspect. All right, YAHAWASHI is asking the so-called white man to be certain. Look at what you're doing to this place, man. All right, go ahead.
Wherefore we counted as beasts and reputed vile in your sight.
That's right. Why are we counted as beasts and vile in your sight, man? All right, when you think of this verse, it's pertaining to Esau going against the elect, man. All right. So why are we counted as beasts, man? Because we're not down with the law of the so-called white man. All right, we're vile, and that's what makes us vile to his ass, man. Because even 2/3 ain't down with this shit. All right, because the law of the so-called white man is to keep the Native Americans, Latinos, and the Negroes down in this society, man. All right, go ahead.
He teareth himself in his anger. Shall the earth be forsaken for thee?
That's right. The so-called white man, he even tears himself in his anger. Why is he angry in the first place? Because he no longer has his birthright, man. All right. He's angry because he gave up his birthright, and he blames Jacob. All right. Because of the deception. But this goes all the way back to the serpent and the woman, man. Go ahead.
And shall the rock be removed out of his place?
Go ahead.
Yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out.
That's right. The light of the wicked shall be put out. The knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the wicked shall be put out, man. And you seeing that today. All right. All right. You see that it ain't nothing on this earth that ain't being revealed as BS pertaining to the so-called white man. All right. And his knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. His medicine. All right. You take his medicine, it doesn't cure you. It just pacifies the disease. Okay. The invention of the TV and entertainment was the best thing since sliced bread. Now you're finding out that it wasn't nothing but to pacify and dumb down the people, man. Go ahead.
And the spark of his fire shall not shine.
That's right. The spark of his fire shall not shine, man. And it's slowly dimming, man. That's why you got these so-called white people coming out on the street corner to tear down the men of the Lord, man. Right. Because they upset, man. They have nothing left. All right, their kingdom is falling. And why? Because the men of the Lord are out here sighing and crying and resisting the will. All right, and this is fucking up their algorithm. All right, go ahead.
The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him.
That's right. The light shall be darkened in his tabernacle. That word tabernacle means his nation, man, his people. All right. The light is being darkened. All right, and grossly dark. All right. That's why there is no light in the so-called white man. All right. And it shall go down with him. All right. So not only is the light of the white man going down, but his knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is about to be put out. Go ahead.
The steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down.
That's right. The steps of his strength shall be straightened. When you think of steps being straight, you think of the cartoons when the cartoon is chasing the dude up the stairs.
And they get flat.
He hits that trap level and the stairs tip.
Yeah, get flat.
It's hard to walk up the ramp, right? All right, so it's hard for the strength of the so-called white man is hard to be obtained. Okay, go ahead.
For he is cast into a net by his own feet.
That's right. He's cast into a net by his own feet. What's his own feet? The internet, man. The internet is what's casting the so-called white man into his own net. Okay. And like I said, everybody out there is claiming BS when it comes to his knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Go ahead.
And he walketh upon the snare.
Go ahead.
The grin shall take him away by the heel.
Yep, the grin. That's also another snare, man. It's a trap for a bird, man. All right, and it's taking him by the heel, man. Again, even it said Jacob shall take him by the heel, man. Okay, go ahead.
And the robber shall prevail against him.
That's right. The thief in the night shall prevail against him. YAHAWASHI shall prevail against this.
That's right, Akia.
All right, go ahead.
The snare is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way.
That's right. What's that trap? All right, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of YAHAWASHI, man. It's being laid before him, man. All right, go ahead.
Terror shall make him afraid on every side.
Yep. Terror shall make him afraid on every side. Again, the so-called white man is on his heels right now, man. especially here in America, because you don't know where it's coming from. All right, you got the Black Panthers, you got the Black Panther movement. You got Latinos gearing up. You got the Native Americans feeling some type of way. You got, and these are just 2/3. All right, you got the so-called Arab man. Okay, he out there getting fed up. All right, everybody's getting pissed off, and everybody's eyes are set at the so-called white man. All right, go ahead.
And shall drive him to his feet.
And they driving him to his feet. He on his tiptoes, man. He on his heels, man. He don't know where it's coming from, but he know it's coming. Go ahead.
His strength shall be hunger bitten.
His strength shall be weakened, man. All right. This is and his strength is being weakened. Okay, on all levels. All right, pertaining to his military might. It's being spread thin. Okay. His military might is being spread thin, all because he got the majority of his armies pertaining to NATO. It's spread thin because everybody's out there in the Middle East right now. That's why when martial law comes, the police are going to be a military state because they ain't going to have enough military. So that's why they training the police right now to be military minded. All right. When martial law comes into place, that's why they're going to shut down these cities, man. You're going to be stuck and confined within cities, and you're going to have curfews because there's not going to be enough military to keep everybody in check. Go ahead.
And destruction shall be ready at his side.
Destruction death shall be ready at his side, man. All right? The so-called white man is about to be killed, man. Be put to death out here, man. Go ahead.
It shall devour the strength of his skin. Even the firstborn of death shall devour his strength.
That's right. YAHAWASHI is coming. All right. In the midst of all this calamity, even YAHAWASHI is going to come and get a piece of kicking his ass.
That's right, Akia.
Go ahead.
The biggest piece.
His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle.
That's right. His confidence shall be rooted out of his tabernacle. What's his confidence? All right. His military might. Chiefly his weaponry, okay? Because it's going to be just like Independence Day, all right? When they was shooting at the ships, man, the military couldn't even phase the ships.
Had this force field.
And this is Esau's that's his blessing, that's his birthright. Weaponry, and it's not going to be able to pierce YAHAWASHI. So he's going to be terrified, man. Go ahead.
And it shall bring him to the King of Terrors.
And it shall bring him to the King of Terrors. You shall finally know who YAHAWASHI is, man. Okay? Because since the days of Cain, he hid himself from the Lord, man. Pertaining to the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of YAHAWASHI. And now, and YAHAWASHI is going to make itself known, man. As the King of Terrors, man.
That's right,
Go ahead.
It shall dwell in his tabernacle, because it is none of his.
That's right. And YAHAWASHI is about to let Esau know that you ain't no God, man. This is my kingdom. And what he say, he gonna let it be known by brimstone, man, by these nuclear missiles. Okay? And just like the brother was going into, he gonna start zapping you niggas. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Psalms chapter 10. I'm going to start at verse 15. Break thou the arm of the wicked and the evil man.
That's right. Break down the might of the wicked man. Okay? That's what that scripture is talking about. Break down the military of the wicked man. Okay? And it's going to be broken down via yours truly, YAHAWASHI. Go ahead.
Break thou the arm of the wicked and the evil man.
And the evil man. Who is that evil man? The so-called white man.
That's right.
Okay? And 2/3 and the rest of these heathen nations.
That's right, Akia.
They all either going into subjection or going to get burnt up. Go ahead.
Seek out his wickedness till thou find none.
That's right. Seek out his wickedness, and that's all we doing on these street corners, man. Is seeking out the wickedness of the so-called white man. Okay, revealing who the mystery of Esau is, man. Okay, and we doing it until it ain't no more to be sought out. And but the wickedness of the so-called white man is unfathomable, man. Okay, the wickedness of the so-called white man is so deep that YAHAWASHI is going to have to put us back into remembrance of everything that this motherfucker did, man. Go ahead.
Yahweh is king forever and ever.
That's right. YAHAWASHI is king forever, man. And that's going back to how Esau thinks he's God, man. Okay. All right, he thinks that because he rules this world with the iron fist, that he's the progenitor and the creator of all things. Okay, he's doing it right now as we speak. Everything he's doing is to proclaim himself as God. All right, to get everybody out of that complex that there is a God, man. Okay, how is he going about that? By creating artificial beasts, artificial animals, artificial foods, artificial life. Okay, going into the heavens and sitting and trying to create his throne in the nest of YAHAWASHI, man, with these satellites. Go ahead.
Yahweh is king forever and ever. The heathen are perished out of his land.
That's right. The heathen are perished out of his land. We're coming upon that shortly, man. Okay, pertaining to Job chapter 2, man. All right, the Most High is about to start bringing nuclear fire upon this place, man. He's about to purge this world, man. Starting with Babylon, okay, and then spreading out to the rest of the disobedient, man. Okay.
Job chapter 18, verse 15. It shall dwell in his tabernacle, because it is none of his.
That's right.
Brimstone shall be scattered upon his habitation.
Brimstone shall be scattered upon his habitation. That's talking about these nuclear missiles. All right. The scriptures say that a fire shall consume him from within, man. Okay, talking about the missiles coming up out of the ground. Okay, to come and consume his ass. Go ahead.
His roots shall be dried up beneath.
Okay, that's for those Israelites who believe that the so-called white man can make it. It's talking about his whole branch. Okay, I'm talking about from the root up, meaning his whole household. Okay, from the rooter to the tube. Go ahead.
And above shall his branch be cut off.
And to the branch, it all shall be cut off. Okay, how do you get